Hello everybody, it is Mr. Alt. It is April 1st and this is today's math video. This video is split up into two parts, the first part being algebra and the second geometry, so if you're in geometry you can go ahead and skip to that second part. We're going to go over the instructions and some of the work for the different problems and hopefully help you out a little bit. In the algebra we're going to be talking about order of operations and reviewing that, and in geometry we will be doing classification of angles. Fun stuff. Miss all you guys. Hope you're having fun learning at home. I'm having fun learning all this technology to try to reach you guys. If you have any questions or anything, contact me through Remind or email or Microsoft Teams. And go Dolphins! Hello, everybody. April 1st for algebra. Now, for the fourth 9 weeks, this last quarter, we're going to be doing a lot of review of what we've learned during the year. Usually this is for testing, but now it's a great time to, go over some of the things we learned while we're at home. So, order of operations, we've used PEMDAS, which stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication, divide, addition, and subtraction. Okay? So, we're going to go over an example of how we do a problem using the order of operations. Okay, and basically it's a what should we do first? Okay, so the first thing in PEMDAS is parentheses. So step one is we look for any parentheses and solve what is inside of it. Then we rewrite the new problem underneath. If there is none, then we skip to the next step. Okay? So right here, you can see that there are two parentheses. So that means before we do anything else in this problem, we need to solve what's inside here. And what's inside here is 4 minus 2. 4 minus 2, I know, is 2. Okay? So I'm going to take my answer, 4 minus 2, and I'm going to put it in right there. I'm going to rewrite the problem. 3 plus 2 times 2 squared equals n. And I'm done with step 1. Step 2, look for any exponents and solve them. Then rewrite the new problem underneath. If there are no exponents, then we skip the next step. Now exponents are these little guys up here in the corner. Okay, you'll see those. And right now we're not going to do anything except squaring. But later in this packet, we will do some more exponent work, okay? But when you square something, when you have 2 squared, okay, that means that you are doing 2 times 2. You're multiplying the number by itself, okay? 2 is the base, okay? That's the number being multiplied, and the exponent tells you how many times it should be multiplied. In this case, we have 2 times. So that means we've got 1, and here's my second time. 2 times 2. If I put that in my calculator, I get 4. Okay, so I'm coming back here now, and I can write my answer 4 underneath. So now this is 3 plus 2 times 4 equals n, okay? And this is one thing that I like to show everybody. Once we do this step of rewriting it, if we just started this problem with 3 plus 2 times 4, that's a lot easier than this big problem up here. 3 plus parentheses 4 minus 2 times 2 squared. So this is why it's important to do it step by step, so that we get easier problems as we go. So, our next step is to look for multiplication or division. Both of these are even, and we have to use the left to right rule. Whichever one comes first, left to right. Multiplication or division, okay? After we do this, we rewrite the new problem underneath. If there's nothing, then we skip to the next step. 3 plus 2 times 4. I can see there's a times here, and that comes before this plus, because that is not division, that is not multiplication. That is whoop, addition. So we're going to do this times first. 2 times 4, okay? I know if I do a little bit of my drawing, I have to have 4 2 times. So here's one of my 4s, and then my other 4. So that is 2 times, okay? And if I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 times 4 equals 8. So I write my 8 down here, and then I've got 3 plus 8 equals n. Now, 3 plus 8, that's an easy one. Now we're just going to do addition and subtraction, okay? So we came all the way from here to now 3 plus 8. So step 4 is we look for any addition or subtraction signs. Solve these as they appear from left to right, then rewrite the new problem underneath, okay? We only have one operation left, and it's an addition, okay? You can use a calculator on your computer, your phone, or your calculator to solve this, but if you like to draw like Mr. Alt does, you could write your 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then just add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. We count these up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 11 is our answer. So 11 drops to here, and 11 equals n. Step 5, you're done. Now we celebrate. N equals 11. Okay, so that is our example. Here we have 2 problems right here. Okay, this first one, okay, 10 times 3 minus 4 equals s. My step 1, I look for parentheses. Do you see any? I don't. So we skip that step. Now we go to step 2, look for exponents. These little numbers up in the corner. None of those either. Okay? So we skip down to multiplication or division. Subtraction doesn't work, but multiplication does. So I'm going to solve this, okay, by putting 10 times 3 in my calculator. Okay? After I do 10 times 3, I get 30. And I'll write that right underneath there. Now I'm going to rewrite the rest of the problem. That minus 4 equals s. Ooh, that looks like a 5. Okay, and now I go to my next step, look for addition or subtraction. I see a subtraction, so I'm going to take 4 away from 30. Okay, and once I put this in my calculator, I get 26. So what does s equal? S equals 26. Okay, this next one looks a little bit bigger, but I have faith in our PEMDAS, and it'll get me through. Okay, so step 1, look for the parentheses. I can see I have 2 parentheses, so I need to do both of these, left to right. 6 minus 3, okay, I can take 6, I take 3 away, burnt, 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 and I'm left with 3. So I've got 3 right there. Okay, I'm going to draw what I can for rewriting my problem. And then I've got to solve this parentheses. 4 minus 2, here's my 4. Bloop and bloop, I'm left with 2. Okay, so my 2 goes right here, equals j. I like how I rewrote this problem. Okay, now I can skip down to exponents, but I don't have any exponents. I had parentheses, but no exponents. So I skip down to multiplication or division. I've got both. I've got a multiplication and a division. Now, one mistake people can make is because multiplication in PEMDAS comes before divide, they think they have to do multiplication first. But really, these 2 and these 2 are on equal footing, and we have to use the left to right rule. So whichever one of these comes first, left to right in our problem, that's the one we do first. So division comes before multiplication here. So we're going to do this division problem first. 21 divided by 3 times 2 equals j. We're going to do 21 divided by 3 first. Here's a fun way that we can draw this division problem. Okay? Say I do 3 baskets because I need 3 groups, and I've got 21 berries. 21 divided by 3. Okay? I'm going to keep drawing dots in my 3 baskets until I get to 21. That'll give me 21 divided by 3. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. If I look in all 3 of these, I'll see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 in each. That tells me that 21, when you divide it by 3 and you put it into 3 groups, it's going to equal 7. So we come back over here, and 21 divided by 3 is 7. And then I'm going to rewrite the rest of my problem. Now, the last thing I have is 7 times 2. And I know 7 times 2, when I put it in my calculator, that is 14. So what does j equal? J equals 14. Okay, so 2 problems today just to get our engines going. Okay, s equals 26 and j equals 14. Great job solving those, guys. Okay, for parents, you can see that the answer key is the next page. Okay, and you'll see how to do these equations. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. So, geometry. April 1st, complete worksheet on classifying type of angels. Looks like Mr. Alt made a typo. Or did he do it on purpose to teach you a lesson about how close angels and angles are spelled? Acute angles are less than 90 degrees. Well, if I know that 90 degrees is a straight up and down angle, usually we see this little box down here to show us. An acute angle is less than 90 degrees. So that means it has to be a smaller angle. So that could be an acute angle. That could be an acute angle. Okay, I like to think if it's cute, it's usually little. It's like a cute little puppy. So a little angle is acute. All right? Cute. Okay? All right. The next one that we've already went over is our right angle. Okay? That is exactly 90 degrees. Right here. Straight up and down. Okay? If it's just a little bit this way, that's not a right angle. If it's just a little bit this way, also not a right angle. Okay, and that brings us to our next one. It's obtuse. It's bigger than 90 degrees. Okay, so here's my 90-degree angle. If I want to be bigger, then I want to be over this way. So this is an obtuse angle. This is an obtuse angle. And we can see what that looks like right here. Okay? And when I think obtuse, just the way my mouth forms, obtuse, I think big. So you want to think bigger than 90 degrees. Okay, and our last 2 angles that we have to learn about are straight angles, which kind of give away in the name. It's just a straight line. That's 180 degrees, which is twice what a 90-degree angle is. Okay, you can see that a straight line is made up of 2 90-degree angles. Okay, And then our last angle is a reflexive angle, okay? This is an angle that has gone all the way past being a straight line, okay? And has gone all the way backwards. It's like it's bending over backwards. Boy, if it bent over backwards, you would have to be pretty flexible, which is probably why they call it a reflexive angle. Okay? So you can see that this angle has bent all the way over here. Okay. So now that we've kind of gone over the types of angles, let's move on to our worksheet of the day. Complete worksheet in classifying these angles. Well, here is today's worksheet. So I'm going to put my name, Mr. Alt, and today's date is 4/1/2020. Okay, so this sheet is nice because it has an example of the angles right up here. You can see that we have an acute little angle up here. We have a big obtuse angle. We have a straight up and down right angle. We have our straight line, which is straight, and our reflexive angle that has bent all the way back to here. Okay, so let's look at this first one. If I look at this first one and I come up here, it looks the closest to this one because it's straight up and down. So that tells me that it is a, you're right, right angle. Good job. Okay, and then if we come to this next one, boy, that's kind of a small angle. It's kind of cute. It's like a cute little puppy angle. So that's going to be acute. Okay, now if we come to this next one, it could be reflexive if it came all the way back this way, but it's gone the right way around. So it's bigger than 90 degrees, okay, but it's not yet a straight line. So this puppy is a obtuse angle. Okay, now this next one, that is a flexible angle. Started all the way here, got to 90 degrees and just kept going, all the way past being a straight line. I'm going to call this one a reflex angle. Okay? And reflex is just a shorter way to say reflexive. Okay? All right. Now this one, when we say straight up and down, that means that it can also be down, straight down. So this one is back to our right angle. Over here, this one to me looks kind of small. If 90 degrees is right here, it's smaller than that. So it's acute. Okay, this next one, it looks like a nice straight line to me, and it is a straight angle. Lastly, we have this that it looks like it could be a small one, but it's really a huge angle. This guy has been flexible enough to go all the way back here. Okay, that's why it's important to look at these little circles because they show you where the angle has traveled. Okay, and the last one for today is bigger than 90 degrees, but not yet a straight angle, so we're going to call it obtuse. And we are done for today with classifying our 5 different types of angles: acute, obtuse, right, straight, and reflexive. Let me know if you have any questions or if I can help in any way.